with a purpose so true. But when our minds, we are new. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong.
Let me say good evening to our peace and loving people wherever you are joining us tonight. We want to say welcome tonight to the education talk of the Maris TV. Tonight mark another significant day for us. Uh, we are opportune to be here with another topic again, technology, peer pressure, and student identity. Tonight is going to be an interactive discussion. As we look, we have already seen our guest. She's already in studio with us. But while we take our commercial, we'd like to encourage all of our viewers, please like as many as you can do for us. Comments, you can send in your question. The number will be announced, but you can send in your questions also in the comment section. Tonight is going to be a great night. Trust us, it's going to be a great night. We have our guests already in studio. So before we start the show tonight, let's take our commercial. Once we get back, we're going to start the ball rolling. So let's take our team song, and then once we get back, we will start the ball rolling tonight.
Yeah. Oh, my TV, light in the world. My TV, shine on the screen. Voices of hope, living the dream from Africa's heart to the world we see. Truth and culture, Maya's TV, Maya's TV, bringing light each day. Stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the future, Maya's TV. A vision was born with a purpose so true. But when I'm Mayans, we are new. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into
Let me say good evening again to our loving people, our viewers tonight. I want to welcome you tonight to the Miles TV Education for Life show. We were here on Wednesday where we provide a lot of information. We were opportune to have Mr. Emmanuel Kawe with us in studio that buttress the effort of our panelists as well, who did extremely well on the show. And tonight we are here with another great individual that is going to be drafting us through tonight as our guest. And tonight, sitting in studio, I'm also seeing our panelists. They are all set and they are here tonight. Tonight, let me say good evening to Ms. Zenebu Toure. How are you doing and welcome tonight? Mark is muted. Can you just unmute your mic for us? Afra, good evening. Welcome tonight, my brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, my brother. How you doing? Uh,
Can you be a little bit
so,
audible?
are you getting me, my brother? Are you getting me?
Of course, of course.
Okay, I said I'm good. And good evening. How you doing, my brother?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me say good evening to Philip. Welcome tonight, my brother. How are you? Mr. Dola, are you there? Your mic is muted. Okay, so I don't know why it's happening, but let me go straight. Okay, Philip is back. Uh, Philip, good evening and welcome, my brother. How are you? Mr. Dodo. Okay, so maybe
Yes,
he's a
sir.
little bit.
How are you, sir?
What happening? What happening, my man? Are you in a tight space?
Uh, I'm kind of switching between devices. I just don't know what's happening
Okay,
though.
okay, it's okay. Okay, so I would like to ask our guests to please put your camera on. Our guests, can you just place your camera on tonight as we take your introduction? Good evening, and how are you doing, Miss Maron? Is that Togger? Are you Togger? Just unmute your mic for us.
I'm Taker, not Togo.
Okay, okay, because I have serious problem with with the Tucker family, a personal issue, but it's not bad. Thank God you are not that kind of people, We are so excited to have you tonight on the Myers TV. So quickly, our people want to know. Oh, I don't know what is happening tonight. Tonight's gonna be it's a lot, but we hope that everything be under control as soon as possible. Yeah. So, while our guest is joining us tonight, we're going to look at a very interesting topic that talks about technology, peer pressure, and then that of students' identity. For the past time, we've been talking about we've been talking about the disciplinary aspect of students from primary to secondary. Tonight, we have added technology to it tonight, and we want to talk about identity as well. So we hope that every one of us can take our pen and paper tonight, as our guests will be elaborating to us on some things, and then that of our panelists, they will also be joining us in the discussion. So, Ms. Tugger, are you okay? Let me bring our guests on. Ms. Tugger, are you there? Are you set for us tonight? You are muted. Just unmute the mic for us.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you. We are super excited to have you, right? So our people will like to know before we go through the discussion tonight, who is Miss Tugger? If I'm a bit corrected, can you just introduce yourself tonight so our audience can know you properly? I beg you.
Mm, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching us from. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Maron A. Taker, and I'm excited to have been invited to speak to you on this important topic, technology, peer pressure, and students' identity. I really appreciate you guys for letting me do your show.
Thank you so much. We are so excited to have you tonight. So just do. I don't know whether you can just set the camera because it's a little bit shaky and other thing. Just set it
My,
at least because our people want to be seeing you very clear today. Yeah. So thank you. You can just set it for us. Okay. Okay. So tonight, before we go to our guest, let's hear from you, Miss Toure. Are you there? Can you unmute your mic, Miss Toure?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. We are getting it very clear. How are you
Hello.
doing?
Oh, okay. It's a pleasure being a part of you guys. I'm so happy to be part of the show today, and I hope that we're going to discuss for the betterment of the listeners and that of the viewer. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ray. We are so excited. So, Mr. Ray being one of our panelists for today, and also our team member, she's here tonight on the platform. Tonight is going to be a wonderful night. I can assure you because all these faces I'm seeing are great people. That's filled of a lot of experience and other things. So, Philip, are you set now?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome, brother.
Good evening to you, and good evening to Ray. Good to see to Ray on, and good evening to Alfred. I don't know, our guest has gone off. So good evening to
Yeah,
our guest, and again, good morning to our followers. Good afternoon to them. Hello to them, whatever time it is at end. I would like to say welcome and thank you for always following the Myers Television. And tonight we look forward to a very insightful conversation on technology, which is my happiness. and peer pressure, which we all kind of deal with daily, and also looking at, important points that matters to us the most. So I look forward to having conversation. Thank you, CEO.
Thank you so much, my brother. I'm always happy whenever I see you here because I know we are going to get something, powerful. So tonight we want to join. I don't know what happened to our guest network, but while she settled it, we want to go straightly into the discussion for tonight. We're talking about technology, peer pressure, and student identity. We live in a world today that technology has taken over. We understand that uh sometimes people will say in school, how you call it, right? They talk about, let's take for example, we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, that help us in a time now that make all of our work very easy, like it's very fast and other things. And sometimes people try to criticize it, people try to say no, it's not good, it's good. And a lot of debate has come up to the issue of AI, but we are talking about technology in general. Today we look at students, a lot of us today, the social media thing has become a serious problem for us today, students. It gave us it gave us that that kind of appetite that we don't give more attentions to our lessons. But mind you, the social media is something like it's helpful and harmful. But in our setting today, we feel like a lot of people have been using the social media and doing things that is not like necessary. And tonight we talk about peer pressure. Like in my own mind, whenever I think about peer pressure, I like peer pressure can be like positive and negative form, right? In a sense, a lot of someone ask me, well, what do you mean by that? I'm like, there are people who sometimes they might see their colleagues are doing extremely well, doing things that that is very encouraging, and they decide to follow that footsteps of that colleagues, right? And maybe the colleague try to encourage them to be part of what they are doing, other things, right? And then sometimes on the negative forms, like today we see drugs been one of the issues that we've been facing in our country, that of in the world at large, right? A lot of people will tell you today when you ask them, how did you get into a substance, and they will tell you that through my classmate and other things when we used to go here and there, so the peer pressure thing, it has influenced a lot of people today, right? It has influenced a lot of people today. You understand that we don't have control over ourselves again. We just we are just ourselves to these things, right? So it penetrates us very, very easily. And we talk about student identity. Most of us today, why can people identify us to be? Sorry, who people identify us to be, right? Uh, Whenever we do us wrong in society, people point at us. Where this person from? you know where this person acquire their knowledge from, where are they gain their experience from, other thing people try to acquire a question. These are questions that rises to people mind or comes to people mind. Where did you came from and other things? Because they know that like in Liberia today, you see we have some institution that is a faith that are faith based institution, right? Where they focus not just on your moral and on your maybe your academic and other thing, but also as well they focus on your spiritual life in building you, right? Making you to make to look good in society, that to be presentable in society, that society can be proud of you. So these are things we are going to look at tonight. It's so much bucket, right? So we are going to firstly go to our guest. We are going to go to our guest tonight. She just came back. My guest tonight, we want to hear from you. You are introducing yourself and then you went off. So can you just tell our people a little bit about yourself, less than at least 1 minute, so we can start the discussion?
Right?
Yeah, we are getting you.
Yeah. Baron, um, studying second year. There's nothing much.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's go straightly into the discussion tonight. Ms. Maron, what's your take when it comes to our topic tonight, talking about technology, peer pressure, and then that of students' identity? Can you tell us what's your own take? What do you take? What do you think about this particular topic that we are about to give tonight to our people? Let's hear from.
Yeah, I can. You know, we are living in a digital age where technology is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. That is to say, even when you have, if you can afford or if you cannot afford, you need it. You need for students and for everyone on social media, smartphone, to internet. Technology has, taken the important part of students' daily life. Our communication, entertainment, technology have consumed a lot of our time. Let's take for example, imagine a student, let's call her Mary. You know, she. I hope you guys are getting me. Hello.
We are hearing you. Can you just shut the phone down? I beg you. It's not easy. The background, right? You just shut the phone down for us so we can get you.
Let's call her Mary.
Okay.
Mary is how people on social media. They are talking about the new AI. They are talking about the new terms, how they did their assignments and it was successful and all of that. And here is Mary. She's not someone who is on social media all of the time. Though she's doing well, she can study, she can read well, but then we are all talking about this internet thing, this way of being fast on the internet. There is something within her that want to make her, do exactly what others are doing. So the pressure to fit in will come. As time go by, she start to lose her identity. She start to, fit in the new trend. She start to like dress the way they are dressing just to fit in within social media thing. But that's not her life. That's not her thing. She has shifted from reality and now she's into social media life. She's into social media life. She's no longer herself. Okay, what am I trying to say? Though technology is important, though it is useful, but let's look at it. If for example you are taking almost all of your time to just be on the social media, to to study, to do like this, to do like that, it's okay. That which is not bad. But then this thing of you being on the social media should not just be something.
Tonight is not easy. The network is seriously disturbing. I don't know what is happening. But we're gonna go straightly into it. I don't know. Can you, Maran, are you there? Can you please put your camera on then? Myron, are you there? Can you put the camera on for or you leave and come back? Okay, so let's take. Okay,
Sorry,
hello,
sorry,
Myron, are
a
you
lot.
there?
I'm sorry for that. As I'm saying, the
Your network seems to be very bad.
though it helps students to know themselves. What am I saying? It helps students learn new skills. It helps students to do research. It helps students to access the internet and talk to the global world outside. It connects you with many others, like for example, what we are doing here now. It is through the help of this technology that I was able to meet with you guys and all of that. But then, and let's say it help you with other online platforms, like you will if for example I'm a lady who does not know how to code.
Okay, so we are kind of facing problem from our guest tonight. So
Yeah, I don't
we
know what is happening tonight. Our guest is facing serious network problem, and we hope that this particular problem can be settled in a subsequent time. I don't know what is happening tonight. Yeah, so let's see again. But Alfred, let's. I want to start with you tonight. Let us hear from you, Alfred.
okay. Thank you so much. Am I audible, bro? Am I audible, sir? Maris, are you getting me?
Alfred, you are grunting.
Are you getting me now, Maris? Are you getting me?
Hello.
Yes, Maris, are you getting me?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, so I would like to say good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever you are to our followers. So we are back again, and so now we have our topics that say technology, peer pressure, and that of student identity. So basically, if we look at the word technology, it basically circled around our new era, our modern station now. If okay, can you please mute the mic? I'm hearing myself. Can you mute the mic? Okay.
Can you leave and come back? I don't know what is happening. Can you leave and come back? So, Philip, let's hear you tonight. Yeah, Alfred, just leave and come back. Philip, are you there?
Sir.
Okay, so let's hear you
Hello?
tonight on the topic. Yeah, we are getting you. Let's hear you tonight on the topic as we talk about technology, peer pressure, and then that of students' identity. What's your own takes on this topic tonight, sir?
Thank you for the time. So, like I said previously, tonight's topic is very insightful and important for us as young people these days and students as well. So, looking at technology, peer pressure, and student identity, I asked myself a few questions, and some of the questions I've been asking myself are like, is technology actually a friend to us or an enemy? Right? Because we have framed this technology thing in our head. Some people have framed it in their head that this is bad, this is not good for the health of our kids, for the health of teens and XYZ. So I kind of asked myself this question: is technology a friend to us, or has it come to be an enemy to us? So this question is also going to the viewers and other followers. You can drop your comment in the comment section, your answer in the comment section. So let's all discuss this together. So right in, I would like to say that technology has come to stay forever. Technology has come to ease our work, and we all are enjoying the benefits of technology. Though there are some downsides, though there are some disadvantages we all see, we all experienced, yet the fact remains technology is our friend, but never an enemy to us. But guess what? The way people tend to use information, the way people tend to use a particular tool becomes good for them or it becomes bad. Let's take for an example, if you are a techie. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So let's take for example, if you are a techie, someone who loves playing with new technologies and what's in the market, and your core value, your human behavior you have is totally different from the good things technology has come to do for us. What do? You kind of misuse the technology to affect people. Practical example could be a hacker using technology to hack people's account, which goes into financial loss or bringing them to public disgrace. So, the way in which we use a tool, the way in which we use the different technologies available for us today, will actually make this technology thing to be our friend, but not an enemy. So, technology is not a bad thing. And if you have full control of it, you're going to use it for the common good of the world and the people around you. So if technology is not being controlled properly and in the right environment, that's the time we see problem everywhere happening in the world. Let's look at our telephones we have. Our telephones can be a library or a distraction. Just typical example, the telephone we use could be a library, a tool for communication, or a tool to access communication and read documents. And on the other hand, it could also be a complete distraction to us. Depends on your guidance, depends on the way in which you use your telephone. So I have seen many times as a student and also being an educator previous years ago, I have seen many students spend more time online than talking to their parents, their friends, or even teachers. I have clearly seen that. And even as a student now, I have seen that practical example. I have gotten it firsthand. Many a times we go into the canteens, we go into, other environment, student environment. I mean, it's time for us to connect. It's time for us to establish network. Let's discuss ourselves. Let's discuss our career path. Let's discuss those real things happening in our lives and in our different academic journeys. But guess what you see, Myers? You find people actually holding their phones. Their heads are right in their phone and denying that next person their attention, their conversation. All they do right in the phone is to scroll down through reels, watch different visuals. It could be a comedy, it could be whatever, mimicking things on the internet. So depends the way you use this technology, it becomes a friend to you. It becomes an advantage to you, not a bad thing. So to our students, this technology has not come to actually get you away from people. It has not come to disconnect you from the real world. It has not come to do so. Though it has come to bring you online, that is digitally to build your digital presence, you should not use it negatively to distract you from people. It should not take you away from your relationship. It should not stop you from having a heart-to-heart conversation with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, your teacher, or whoever. So our parents should be able to ask, their children, whenever you purchase phone for the kids, you purchase tablets or laptop or whatever device, electronic device you purchase for your kids, you should be able to monitor those devices and find out how your kids are using those devices today. So our parents should be able to ask what a child or children are watching right on their device. Be able to investigate. Let the device be accessible to you. And this is also going to our teachers. This is also going to our teachers who are currently in, the business of using this technology. Please, if you are there to use it to the fullest, please use it completely for learning purposes. Use it completely for learning purposes. Don't just come on the internet as a teacher, you just be a regular internet user. No, Come on the internet because there are millions of informations available for teachers. Come and learn new skills. Go back into the classroom. Go back to the schools and be able to teach those kids who are not accessible to technology to get those new information. Go on the internet, learn them, and come to the classroom and teach. So I will leave you with
thank
this
you.
practical
You are saying
example
something.
before.
Yeah, I want to hold you there, Philip. You know, you were saying something, and there was this thing that dropped to my mind. Are you getting me, Philip?
Yes, I'm yes, sir.
Yeah, you see, today in our setting today, or in our dispensation today, we understand that sometimes you will see people, they uh they score A+, they score B+, they score, all these grades and other things. And whenever it comes to the aspect of having interview and other things, you see they are not able to answer any single question. Any single question, they are unable to bring anything to us. They are unable to provide. They don't give any information. And what have been the cost today? I think technology today. You gave people work to do today. The entire thing we do is just to give everything to AI and what have you, and then just bring the other thing. So one time, when you were speaking, one time I was like, my instructor gave us some work to do. So after I was done with that project, every one of us, and then we carried. And you know what she said? She said, I'm going to check all these things. And if anybody use AI, trust me, I'm going to give you either F. Either F. Because sometimes the people want us to use our own
Right.
brain. There are some case studies they bring and other things, and we're not able to do anything. Everything we do has to do with AI. Everything. Even if they give us case studies question, right? Something just to teach our minds to understand how stable we are. We run strictly. Technology is good. We are not here against technology. It's very good. It's so helpful today in our society. But I think we are mismanaging it. And I think we are not doing good for ourselves. Because tomorrow, if technology might fail you, what become of yourself? What become of yourself tomorrow? So that's what I wanted to say, and then I'll hold you there for now, and then we will get back to before we take Alfred. Let's take our guest. She was in speech after she left. Let's hear from you the next 3 to 4 minutes, Miss Maron. You unmute your mic. Can you please unmute your mic? Can you unmute your mic? Okay.
Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Go ahead.
Are you getting me now?
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. As I was saying, I'm sorry something came in. As I was saying, I said we are living in a digital age where technology is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. That is, at first, when history told us, because our parents and books we were told us that when they were born, there was no use of technology. When you want to give message to someone, you just have to go and give it. But then you are not even forced to give it. But now in this our own age, in this digital age, there is a need, whether you have it or not, whether you can even provide for yourself or not, you need it. It's a need for us. It's kind of so, I don't know how to put it, but it's kind of so important for us in this age, from the mobile phone to social media to the internet. Social and technology has taken the important part of students' daily life, from entertainment to our communication, social media, internet, and all of that has, it has described the way we talk. It have described the way we talk, the way we think, and the way we even see ourselves. Let's take for example, um, imagine a student. Let's call her Mary. You know, Mary is always seeing her friends. They are always on the internet. Everything is going fast. They are using AR. They are using all those Snapchats and all of that, and everything they are saying is kind of going fast. Everything is moving well, and she's smart though. She's reading. She's very very smart. She's not someone who is not focused. She's focused, but here comes the pressure to do what her friends are doing. She can score the perfect grades. She can do the perfect thing. She attend classes very well. She's focused. She's achieving her goal as a student, as a proper student. But everyone, all of her friends are doing the same thing. She must start to feel like her own academic performance is not doing anything. She cannot go forward if she's not on the social media, if she's not on the internet. The pressure to appear among her colleagues the way they are successful as they think they are, it start to come. Everything about her start to change. Mary might even negotiate her self-worth because of social media and because of internet. She might say, I don't want to look odd, I don't want to look outside, like everyone is doing what they are doing, and for me, I don't want to be old school. Everyone will be saying way back, all of these things. You don't want to look like that. And another example, that students are feeling pressure
Okay, thank
nowadays.
you. Thank you so
You
much.
are still there?
Thank you so much. To Miss Mara. Thank you so
I'm
much.
coming. Oh God, oh, no, no, no,
Okay,
no, no.
thank you so much. Can you please meet your mic? We will come back. We will actually call you back. Thank you so much. To our followers, this topic is actually interesting because basically, if you look at the word technology have so much great impact on our life. If you actually look at some comparison from, let's look at the 90s, the 80s, way back. Our parents, our grandparents who were actually going to school, they never had access to the internet mostly if you look at now in our generation in the let's say the 20s coming upward to 2020s 2024 upward to 2025 2026 personally you actually see that AI have not taken over the world where students have access to make life easier for themselves, like our guests were saying, it's very important for us. It's very, very important in the sense that nowadays, first you have to go on the internet using Google.com. You have to browse, you have to do this. Sometimes you won't even find what you're actually looking for on the internet. But since technology has get more advanced, now it has been introduced, you actually see that you have access to whenever you go, you post the questions, immediately whatever resources, sometimes even provide your website. So these are the benefits. But if you also look at the disadvantage, our parents way back, they never had access to internet, but yet they were able to read and understand these things, do their own research on his project, and make sure that they were able to acquire what actually they were looking for. But for now, technology have make us very lazy, most especially the lazy ones, because technology comes to help us, but not to take the place of us. Because remember, if you look at if you give a student assignment, like my brother was saying, Marius, if you give a student assignment, the student will just go on the internet and probably maybe you just try to just probably use ChatGPT. You just put the question in, what is this, or can you prepare me this, and then out of twinkle of an eye, you see immediately all these things you're actually searching for come and then you just copy and paste. But during those days, you will see the people here and there struggling here and there. So technology have made that part easier for us, but yet they say people are using that for technology to replace them in their studies because it can actually help you in your studies, right? But it won't help you at your job start in a sense that because if you go at your job start, you have to implement these things that you are learned. Yes, you have to implement these things that you are learned. So if you are not actually using technology to help you study, but you are using technology to replace you, then that means that you are not doing well to yourself. These are one of the disadvantages. You see nowadays people have access to technology now. You see little children are on Facebook. I remember during our time when we were young coming up, we never had access to Facebook, this thing, but now you can see a child at the age of 10, 11, 12, and so forth. You see that they have access to internet, you see they have Facebook, they have access to YouTube and other things like Netflix and other, and now you see now they have a lot of free website where you can go, you watch these things. But during our time, you never see that thing. If we're having to give if our let's say instructors or whoever have to give an assignment, that means that we have to do it on our own. We have to do our own research. We have to do other things. So now let's look at the word peer pressure. One of the keys, one of the key things that was actually being listed in our topic, peer pressure and our student identity. But let's look at peer pressure first. If we are talking about peer pressure now, you see, peer pressure are one of the things that I'll actually relate it to technology as well. How can I relate it to technology? Now you see, okay, let's go. Marius and I are in class together and have access to the internet because I have smartphone. And Marius don't have access to the internet because he has smartphone. Okay, let's get a Zoom. And then Miles now wants smartphone. Miles now want to have access to technology. Miles now want to be to have access to ER, to have access to this thing. Probably maybe Miles see the give or assignment. Miles see kind of are doing it very very fast. And then Miles now want to do it because Miles now being pressured by probably the smartphone or the way in which I have quick access to solving problems based on my AI based on my AI knowledge. Now Mars in pressure, Mars had to go another way around. If we look at the physical side, probably you see this girl in our classmate, probably they are in class together, and then you see this particular girl, probably she with friends. In school we have the big girls and and the we call them the boy Jimmy. Probably the one that love reading. The one that like, always like to do her assignments. She always quiet. Then we got the big girls who is always lead. They always have those smartphones. They have all the latest webcam and all the latest stuff. But now this girl want to be like this. Probably she have been insulted by this people. Oh, you don't know. You are not mature. You are not clean. You don't have this. You don't have that. You are not in our class. You are not our type. So basically now she started to being pressure mad her friends, and then she tried to do something against the way. Then now we come to student identity. Student identity now wherein in going to define who you are, going to define exactly who you are. Probably that definition going to come from your homes. It's going to come from your religious background. Because for a guy like Maris, you he coming from a home that he was well trained in the sense that material things does not matter to him. He listens to his parents, and when his parents send him to school, he knows that the primary objective on that campus is for him to study. So what are you going to do? Was it everything that his friends had? Was it everything who should ever have? It does not matter to him. What matters to him is for him to read and study. But for that child who does not come from a group, who does not have a proper home training, like the last time we were having a discussion, I said there are people who have house and there are people from house and there are people from home. House is where in just the front door and the back door. I just open anything, get into or enter anything and go out anytime. But there are people who are from home who are like kind of like they are well trained by their parents. They listen to their parents. So that identity is going to follow them even in school. You're going to see that okay, this person is brilliant. This person is going to go home because your identity does not show for your marks. It doesn't. If you are having good marks in school, does not mean that it is not your identity. But the way in which you carry yourself, the dignity and the respect that you carry yourself with shows your identity. A good student is not all about your grades, but it's all about your intelligence. It's about the way you respond to things, the way you present yourself, and the way in which you are being respectful. These are some of the identity. But how did because of the time tonight, we will actually like to ask our panelists tonight, which is Philip. Philip, Philip, my brother. So
Sir, I'm here, sir.
my brother, if you're actually hearing about the war, okay, okay, my host is back, so I would like to actually take every time. So I would
Thank
like
you,
my
thank
host to
you.
take over. Okay,
Thank
my
you, thank
brother.
you so much. You did a screaming where I must admit for that. You know, while you are saying these things, and these are questions that comes to my mind, and I would like to ask. Let me start with Philip tonight. I'll come to our guest. Um, we talk about technology today. Have come to help us, but sometimes we misuse it, and it lead us, in the things that we don't want to see for tomorrow. Like we've been stressing on the issue of AI. A lot of times you give students work to do just the way you give it, and the way we can we put it in. Then whatever answer we get from there, how we put it there and carry it back. And these are things today that has become serious problem. So I want to ask our guests tonight, right? We're looking at. Are you there? Let me ask our guests this question firstly, right? Um, what are the future consequences for people who misuse technology in our time today? What are those future embarrassment or consequences they face with misusing, technology within our time today? What can you answer that question for us tonight? Are you there? Are you there? All right, Philip. Let's hear from you, Philip. I don't know. Our guest is facing problem. What are the future, consequences of embarrassment at one face? While misusing technology at their early, stage or their studying level. What are those future embarrassment or we say consequences? Can you speak to that tonight?
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
So
Yes.
you are,
Am I audible?
you are.
Okay, thank you. So first off, I would like to look at two things when you talk about the consequences that comes after one has misused technology or mismanaged technology. So we look at purpose and we look at pleasure. So what's your intent of coming online? What's your intent of having a laptop, a telephone that is a smartphone, right? What's your intent of having a tablet? What's your intent of opening Facebook? What's your intent of opening a YouTube account? What's your intent of opening a TikTok and Instagram account? What's your intent? So it's all about your purpose and the pleasure. So we have to be critical when we look at the consequences because I don't want to be biased here, right? So let's look at this one. It always comes with a physical health challenge. There is always a physical health challenge whenever one misuses technology. And we all, as you from the medical background, you already know some physical health challenges. And for the benefit of the audience, I would like to say that your constant use of technology without guidance or rules, like I said previously. Are you speaking to me?
Go ahead, Philip. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, your constant use of technology without a clear purpose, without rules and guidance, you actually going to get yourself into a situation which you just can't handle easily. So, some physical health challenges we see is that you're going to have a very poor sleep habit. A very poor sleep habit. You ain't going to go to bed your regular time because you don't know the time you are to spend on the telephone. That is your screen time. You don't know the amount of time you are to keep your eyes in the device, and you don't know when to take break, and you don't know what sort of information to process in. So that's one aspect when it comes to the physical health challenge. And guess it now. What happened next is your eyes start to damage because of the too much of blue lights, like we call the blue ray. It affects the cell of your eyes. So that's one physical aspect. There are a lot of health challenges we see, which are also mentioned in the consequences. And let's look at the emotional side. Like you come across a content on Facebook or on your IG page or whatever social platform you are on. Come on, if that is not healthy enough, what happens? It allow drains you emotionally. It damages your emotional health, and you tend to see yourself practicing those bad habits. So if you are using technology for the right thing, like I said, purpose and pleasure, if you come on the internet, if you created social platforms for the right purpose and you implemented the right purpose, you see good things. But to satisfy the question, if you only come for a mere pleasure, come on. At that moment, it's a pleasure to you, but you are endangering yourself and you are putting yourself in a situation that is going to cost you millions of dollars. You need to be operated on the cells of the eyes. You have poor sleep time. Your sleep habit is bad and you have to go to hospital to sort that bad sleep habits. So it gets you into financial loss. Everything that happens is that it gets you into financial loss, and it disconnects you from potential people coming into your life to help you out or to establish friendship. So that's why before one can come on the internet, before one can use any technology tools, you have to know your purpose. And once your purpose is being defined and verified, then you start to use those technology according to the set rules and guidance being set out. So I will stop here.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. You know, while you were speaking, and then it dropped my mind to when we were talking about discipline. You have to discipline yourself in what time can I use social media? You know, what time can I use to prepare myself from offline activities, and what time can I use, like I said, social media, which have to do with our online activities. But most of us, we don't have that schedule. Even some of us here today, we are struggling with that. It has become a serious problem. We don't know when to go on the media. We don't know when to leave the media. It has become a serious issue today. And tonight we are saying that this thing has been a serious problem in our society and it's causing a lot of harm today. Because if we are not careful with these things, if we are not careful with the way we handle now, what happens tomorrow is going to be serious problem. You know, we will forget about ourselves today. You know, a lot of because of the of technology today or social media today. You know, a lot of people don't give time to their family. Technology today is causing serious harm when it
Younger?
comes to family. You know, technology is causing serious harm today because the time that people spend more time on the social media than spending time with their family, now it has become problem. It's poor relationship, whatever relationship it might be, right? It's poor in relationship today. You know, so we are all here today to talk about these things. And tomorrow, how will people classify you to be when you are being given a job offer and you are not able to, to handle that job that you have been everything? Let's say for example, now we're looking at our time today. We hear a lot of time people are complaining like when they get to the hospital, they see the nurses are on their phones and other things because it did not just start out from that hospital, mind you, from their classroom day. Teacher used to be in class and they are still paying attention to their phones. They give all their time to their phone. So no matter what on the job site, they will always give attention to their phone. These are things that happen today. It's just common in our time today, and it has been affecting us seriously. It has been affecting us seriously. And what has happened through this thing today, life has been lost. Can we restore these people's life back? Automatically, we can. We can. We give all of our time. This technology that have come to build us at least sometimes when you are in error, not sure of certain things, right? That when you run to this internet or social media thing to understand. Yeah, sometimes it's good because Philip, when you are speaking to, sometimes there are some things play on our mind. We are so stressful and other things, we have to visit just to make stress to leave us sometimes. It helps us a lot, to release our minds and other things. But it's not just the only way, right? That's why tonight we are not discussing just the positive side, but we are also talking about negative. We have to do with disadvantages and advantages of it. So, Alfred, I don't know. I believe that you have something to say tonight. Let's give you the next 2 minutes to hear on that, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Thank you. So,
question, my man.
Uh,
We're talking on the question, right? What the consequences, right? We want to know the consequences today of somebody who mismanage, the technology today. What happens to them, future to comes,
okay, so when I was just speaking, I made mention of nowadays students are now using technology like, for example, ER in replacement of themselves because this technology was actually made or actually created for it to help us studies, for us to help us probably do our project in the sense that we're in probably if you're actually building a website, probably you reach a certain difficult situation, probably maybe at the front end or back end, and then this probably help you in your coding or whatever thing. But it's not helping you to replace you. But now it is what student do? What student does, student make sure that whenever they have this project or they have this assignment, they will just put it into AI was everything and then it gave it to them immediately. So now, yes, one of the disadvantage because you are now on all you feel like okay, you are doing something great for yourself, you are doing something good for yourself. But what about tomorrow? Are you going to defend all the results that you're going to have? Okay, that's assume you do the project or you do the assignment or you do the test and you got A. But as I was saying earlier, I said the grade does not define you, but what actually come out of you, that's what define you. What actually you're going to do, your work define you. So nowadays you see, okay, now you have the A on your degree, on your transcript, you have the O plus, you have the B plus, you have the all the good grades. You just name the rest, all the good grades. Now you are at the job site, you cannot even do it. You cannot even, okay, now when we look at the art people, you cannot even get a single code line. Okay, now we go to the cybersecurity personnel. You cannot even, let's say, do a simple defense. You cannot even create a strong password because all you have been doing is using AI, using AI. Technology is not bad. Technology is good, but the measure of technology is probably make you are unprepared. That's the first thing. It make you are unprepared. And secondly, those that okay, probably you see nowadays people use they will use phone for the entire day. They'll be on phone 3 days ago. Now you are the job people, you cannot even get a simple call or let's say be a simple defense. Can you mute the mic, Miss Mara? Because all you have been doing is using AI. Miss Mara, can you please mute the mic? Technology is not bad. Technology is good, but the measure of technology is how you make your own. Miss Mara, can you please mute the mic? Okay, thank you. So, okay, what I was trying to say now, let's look at those that they will use. Now let's look at those that actually, let's say they use phone for the whole night. They use phone for the entire day. What I was trying to say, they use phone for the entire day. They are on Instagram, they are on Facebook, they are on TikTok, they are on Telegrams. You just name all the platform where people go probably to watch reels, TikToks, and what's everything. This you will see our people they are on TikToks over and over and over and over. And this thing, the light from the phone or the computer from the device, whatever device that you have, this light damage the eyes, like our brother was saying. This light damage the eyes. Spending hours on the phone. And one of the dangerous things that they're spending hours on the phone, they are not doing it as a research. Okay, let me do research. Let me see, okay, what is already happening. Okay, let me go do research on my course. Let me do research. Probably because nowadays you see signs every time nowadays new things is coming, every time nowadays new things is coming out. So let me do research. Let me understand what is happening around the world. Let me understand this thing. No, they don't do it. The first thing you see, the person is on TikTok, the person on Facebook, they're scrolling over and over, scrolling over and over, scrolling over and over. And then forgetting to know that you have other responsibilities to do. So like one of the things that I just noticed that like let's say technology does it make you absent minded because things that you should do you cannot do it. I see it as a spirit or almost like a magnet that will actually grab your attention. Is that difficult for you to just probably forget about it and just do what is important for you to do? So like I said previously, technology is not actually bad. It is very good. because nowadays every part of the world needs technology. You and I, we need technology. In any course, you need technology. But here's the thing: it should be used for the rightful purpose. It should be used at the right time. It should be used rightfully. It shouldn't be used properly. You shouldn't abuse the opportunity given to you. Uh, you having access to technology today does not mean that you shouldn't read. You having access to technology today does not mean that you shouldn't do research or you should just rely on AI, or you should just rely on the internet and just forget about everything. Because if you actually know the importance and the usage of technology, and then you actually have your skills on hand, you guys work together smoothly and then better your life. So I will stop for now, and then I will come back later. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a good thing. You know, we spend a lot of time now on technology. Uh, thank you so much for others who are watching tonight. We say thank you for watching us tonight. You know, we talk about peer pressure, right? A lot of times today in our society or in our time today, we are quick to be carried away. We are quick to be carried away by certain things. We are quick to be fooled, you know, and this thing has been a serious problem today. Like everything we see others are into, right? Like I said previously, right? I always believe when people talk about peer pressure, I look at it to be two forms. I look at it to be the negative and then that of the positive way. You understand it, right? Because sometimes it helps you a lot. Because in the form where you see somebody are doing, people are doing things that you know that is so helpful. You see your colleagues are doing things that are so helpful to society, right? And you like that thing that they are doing. What happens? You try to get appetite for it, and you try to make sure you are following that path and all that thing. But most often, sometimes we go for the negative peer pressure. Most often we go for the negative peer pressure. And today we talked about this the issue of social media today. A lot of time we follow people. You understand most of our young people you see dressing today, right? All the kind of started dressing the doing our time today, or we doing our time today. We look at people the way they dress, you know, other thing. There are some people do a modest dressing, right? There are some people dress modestly, right? And you follow that type of lifestyles. You understand what happened? It become good for you. But there are some people, right? What happened? The way they dress is somehow not decent. It's indecent dressing and other things. You try to follow that time, or you follow that steps of dressing. How people classify you to be, right? All kind of names. So these are problems we are faced today. This is what how you call it, peer pressure has been doing to our society today, and it's damaging our society seriously. It's damaging our society seriously. And we are here tonight to provide information. So tonight I will join Philip. Philip, let me start with you on this, right? What mechanism can we put in place when it comes to reducing the lack of peer pressure from our 21st century or our generation today? What mechanism can we put in place that will help us to reduce the thing of peer pressure negatively?
Thank you so much, CEO, for the time. And I like this thing called peer pressure, right? So when we look at the word peer, it means belonging, my type, my kind. I mean, everyone in this life is kind of trying to find where he or she belongs, where he or she is welcomed, where he or she is accepted, where he or she is loved. So we are all trying to find our belonging. It could be the dialect you speak, it could be the kind of clothes you wear. You want to find those people who wear on the same kind of clothes or type of clothes you wear on. The food you eat, those people who eat the same food you eat as well. So in this life, being a peer is very important. Belonging to a particular people is very important. Belonging to a particular place is very important. There must be an origin of someone or something. There must be a genesis. So
Let me
let's
hold you
look
there,
at
Philip.
it
Let
this
me hold
way.
you there. Let me hold you there, Philip. Do you believe that peer pressure can be positively and negatively?
100% I believe it becomes negative and also at a later stage becomes positive based on the individual mindset.
continue. We will get you. That's why we are driving now, because we know you are driving somewhere, and then that's why we want to know now, what those mechanisms can we put in place, right, to prevent those negative or mindset of peer pressure.
So being pressured to do the positive things is possible in this life. You being pressured by others to do the negative things is also possible in this life, like I said previously. So your mindset, your upbringing, the habits you develop from home actually determine whether or not you're going to be a victim of peer pressure, negatively or positively. So it all comes back to our home, like we said in previous episodes, where we said that the children upbringing begins from the home, not the school, not the community, not where they find themselves at a later stage of their life. It actually becomes from the very home they all were raised and born in. So now it comes to our mindset. Let's look at 2 or 3 individuals in a classroom. So I have a friend of mine, Caleb, and I have this other friend of mine, Sonny. So Caleb loves to go to church. Unlike Sonny, he doesn't. So if my upbringing tells me that you have a faith and your faith is a Christianity faith, we believe in God, we believe in his son Jesus Christ, that he died and rose again the 3rd day. So always go to church, always be devoted to saying your prayers and having devotions with God and fellowship of the Holy Spirit. And at a later time, I enter in the school, I enter in the classroom, or I enter in a community or in an environment. I see these 2 guys. Caleb is going to church and Sonny is going to the basketball court. A reflection comes in. And that reflection is what was being taught to me by my parents about my faith, about our faith. So if I constantly go to church when I was a kid or even a teen, and then come out in a different environment, I will follow Caleb, who is also a church goer and a Christian.
Fella, let me hold you there, fella. Let me hold you there, right? Knowing that these 2 individuals, they are not doing negative thing, right? This man is training for his own, that's exercise and all that thing, right? To keep him fit.
That's why
Yes.
that's why I began the conversation with the positive. Basketball is not a
Okay.
bad thing. Church also is not a
Okay.
bad thing, because I'm
But
going
you
to
choose to follow
transition
the
to the
man out of
negative.
church only. But you choose to follow the man out of church only. That's what I have problem
Right.
with.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because my parents are highly religious. They don't give me
Okay,
the
you are
time
highly
to go and
religious.
play
Philip,
basketball.
Philip, you are highly religious. I agree with that, Philip. But mind you, you are an individual that you also need to exercise in order to keep you very healthy, right? You also need to exercise, and that other individual is taking it very serious to also keeping healthy. And you saying that yes, it's good. We are not against the religious thing, but now you are just like you want to sway your entire mind to just follow the man to the church and learn one of you today. That's why we face a serious problem today. I know people here will get a problem with me, but we must say the reality, right? We don't prioritize also our health. You go to hospital and sometimes the doctor has advised you, right, to also prioritize exercise and other things. And we're talking about peer pressure right now, and you just saying that, oh, in this situation you decided to follow that man. That's why we having problem with you tonight. You have to make some clarity to us.
So I want to establish a firm foundation before going further. Let me establish a firm foundation on the positive things. Going to church is being religious, and going to the basketball court is being social. Am I right?
Of course.
Am I right, Myers?
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
are right.
Here we said in my home. Thank you. So here we said in my home, my parents are highly religious than social. So if my upbringing tells me to be religious, no matter what, no matter where I go in this life, what becomes of me? People always see that replication of a religion in me, of what I was taught. So I will always find myself 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. in the church rather than on the basketball court. I hope I'm being understood.
Of course. I understand that.
Thank you. So the reason why I will always opt for church is because from my teens, from my 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to 10 years, like we said, what should a child know or learn before age 10? So from 1 year old to 10 years old, and even up to early teens, 13, 14, and 15. If my upbringing was highly religious, you find me religious. So when I go year into the word, I will always be religious. I won't be social. Granted, social is good, relation is also good. But let's come now to the negative aspect. We are still maintaining Caleb and Sonny. So Sonny is always skipping classes, right? Sonny is always skipping classes, and we know the consequences of a student skipping classes. You won't get the lectures, you won't get the knowledge the teacher is trying to impart, and time for quizzes, time for assignments or examination or test, whatever you may call it. You cannot even write a phrase, a clause, let's talk about a sentence to a question. You understand? So Sonny is skipping classes. Yeah, it's Caleb, always sits in classes. And my mom told me, my dad told me to always be punctual and regular in doing things. If they give me a responsibility to do in the house, I should be time conscious and do it. Now I have to sit in class from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Sonny escaping class and telling me, bro, let's go to the canteen. Bro, let's go to the basketball court. Bro, let's go to the football pitch. Let's go to the theater to watch a movie. Come on. It is class time. Why should I leave class time and give that class time to something else whereby I've been taught by my parents to be punctual and regular and respond to my activities within time? Do you think that I'm going to follow Sonny? No matter the pressure he puts on me, I ain't going to follow him. Instead, I'm going to sit with Caleb, whose parent had instilled in him this punctuality, whose parents have instilled in him that, bro, you have to be regular in classes or you have to be regular in doing things. So I'm going to be with Caleb. I'm not going to skip classes like Sonny. I ain't going to do that. So this entire thing of peer pressure. Yeah, before you hold me, let me end. Let me end, and then I give you time. So this entire thing of peer pressure, bro, no matter what the pressure might be, no matter who's kind of pushing you to the wall against your own upbringing, your own discipline, ain't going to work. You know why? Because I'm a practical example. I'm a very social guy. I'm a very friendly guy, and I have a lot of friends. And guess what? Those friends are cutting across different areas in life. Some are good, some are bad, some are in between. But you know what? What keeps me grounded and what keeps me disciplined is because of my upbringing. It's because of my upbringing. So if your foundation is strong and solid, like the Bible says, if the foundation is destroyed, what can you do, Miles? What can Alfred do? What can our viewers do?
We automatically will not do anything. But I wanted to hold you there because I don't want to forget about that particular question. Philip, we know life has to do with 50-50% people being, successful, right? Right. So you taking this guy who always go to the trash, is very punctual, and this man giving him time to, his basketball. If this guy having to succeed tomorrow through this basketball, right? How do you think this guy is going to look at you? Guys are still struggling when it comes to that, still struggling going to the classroom. But yesterday, maybe after 1 or 2 years,
there is one way he's going to see me. He's going to see me as a guy who is highly religious, not a guy who is highly, social. So I respect him and his achievement. I celebrate him. I congratulate him. So let me put the question back to you. What if he goes and achieve his goals and and get all of the achievement and accolades in basketball? And he saw me on the screen, or he came back physically and he saw me in the church preaching in the midst of 50,000 people. He will also congratulate me. You also be proud of me. So it's all about you. It's all about us standing firm to our upbringings. So no matter how the pressure might be negatively, it cannot weigh us down. No matter what, it cannot weigh us down. But if your foundation is not built well. And if you don't have a clear intent to follow up with what has been taught onto you, bro, that's why we have many people going into the ghettos, going into prostitution, going into cheating, corruption, and it be like, my friends taught me so. Let me give you this practical example, and then at end, you go
Just
to the
just
next round.
just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds.
This is a real life example I'm giving you, bro. A first hand. Alfred, stop that thing, man. Don't distract me, Alfred. So
30 seconds. 30 seconds. We have 10 seconds already
so
gone.
at my university, we have a Rotary club, and at this Rotary club, I'm the vice president. So we happen to go into a gathering, and people there in the gathering, we are friends. But guess what happened? Those friends, they have their own attitude, they have their own behaviors. Likewise, I have mine. But the ones they do and the ones they have, I just can't do. You get my point? So I'm not in the midst of my parents. My mom is not seeing me. My elder sister, my younger siblings, they are not seeing me. No one is around. Auntie, uncle, pastor, no one is around. So I'm vulnerable to do anything. I have the liberty to do anything. But guess what? After which I was encouraged, bro, just try this thing. Just do this thing. You can do it. We all are doing it. But because my mom told me, if you do this will happen, that will happen. When you try to bring that to me, you know what happened? A reflection comes in as if it is a screen of a moving, playing. You see different things happening to me. So I went out and I saw that people kind of pressure me. Come on, Philip, you can do this. And my mind is telling me, my heart is telling me, no, you just can't, because you did not come up this way. And you are not used to this thing, and you haven't done this before. And guess what?
Thank you.
I did not do it. So that's it.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Philip. You know, while you are speaking, there is this thing that came to my mind. A lot of us here, in fact, every one of us who are on the show tonight, we are far away from home. And most of us, before coming to India, we were living with our parents. We were under parental care, right? We were living. So whenever you go out there, you do things. When you come back, your parents try to notice you. Like maybe you go out, you drink some alcohol. Once you come back to the house, your parents try to notice you because you know alcohol normally the scent doesn't have, right? They will try to call you to advise you this thing, this level you are going is quite different, right? You don't need to go that kind of way. So we are far away from our parents now. That's why the challenges are today, right? Because if you don't stand by those foundations that your parent has built for you, if you don't stand on it now, what happens at the end of the day? You have two options of returning home. Either you return home to be that positive child, or you return home to be that negative child, right? So these are things that happens. These are challenges we face, right? Because most of us, we are, let's say we are how you call it, right? We are honor-age people, where we are honor-age people who were living with our parents before we came to India, right? And then we come now, we see a lot of things happening around us. We are seeing a lot of people who say they are open, a lot of things, you know, the society here is open. And once you are not mindful, what happens? Your parents either lose you or they gain something good from you. So these are challenges. And Philip, when you are speaking, that's why they went to my mind. So we want to take caller tonight. If you are here, we want to call a number. You can call and be part of the show tonight. And before we go to our guest, there's a number you can call tonight and be part of the show. We have two numbers, but all two is on WhatsApp. You can call her on WhatsApp only. Please call her on WhatsApp for this show issue. Don't go any other way. Please, I beg you, know where you should go. Straight. Alfred is laughing, yeah. So let's call the number +231
No,
881.
no, Myers, people
Yeah.
could call for mentorship. People could call out for mentorship. So it's not only
Okay,
about questioning.
okay.
Yeah, so
You
the
can,
line
you
is
can reach.
available for mentorship.
Thank you. You can reach out to us if you want national level of mentorship. We provide, right? But please come in a rebel way.
Absolutely.
Thank you. We are just kidding. We are open. Our lines are open anytime. You can reach out
Man,
to us. We are here
thank
to
you, Mr.
provide
Man.
this information you want. We are here to help you. Everyone you see here, so some way, somehow, unique in their own way, they can help you. So there's the number to call +231 881 30 23 64 +231 881 30 23 64. and we have another number which is called plus 91 90 58 92 94 11 plus 91 90 58 92 94 11. You can call this number, sorry, to be part of the show. So shortly we are going to take our musical break, and then once we get back, we will ask our guest for her parting statement, and we will take our panelists as well before we call this or this. So let's take our commercial, and then we get back to you shortly.
Yeah. Oh, my TV, light in the world. My TV, shine on the screen. Voices of hope, living the dream from Africa's heart to the world we see. Truth and culture, Maya TV, Maya TV, bringing light each day. Stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the future, Maya TV. A vision was born with a purpose so true. Buena Mayas, we are new.
Okay, let me say welcome back. That was a good time of our musical break. So Facebook, we own no copyright to the song. This is our own song. We own no copyright to it. Our producer sitting right here with us tonight. Yeah, everybody saying the song is so nice. Yeah, we say thank you so much to Mr. Mo. Thank you for that. So tonight, before we go to our parting statement and other things, we are talking about technology. We are talking about peer pressure. And tonight, before we go to the parting statement, we want to talk about student identity, right? So let me, before I come to our guest again, let me take 1 minute from you, after just 1 minute, which is 60 seconds. Let me hear your own thought when it comes to student identity, because we live in a world today that you all have to come outside as a student. When you have graduated, you have to go out, and how people look at you, how they classify you to be. Yeah, everybody know you to be Mr. Mo. Mr. Mo graduated from Virginia Christian Academy. People know these things about you, but there are other things, they are deeper. When people go deeper, they'll try to understand the true identity of you, right? They'll try to know your academic strength and other things. So tonight, what's your own take when it comes to students' identity tonight? Let's hear from you.
Okay, thank you again, my brother Miles. So when I was speaking earlier, I made mention of uh, the grades that we actually obtain in classroom, national exam or whatever place. It does not identify us. It does not define us. But our training, our intelligence, uh, our let's say our moral, the way in which we carried ourselves, define us. You can see today, okay, this person is a student, this person can score good grades, this person can make good marks, but yet then say this person does not have any moral, this person is not intellectual, this person is not intelligent. When you and I was in classroom, we have some people who make good grades, but when it comes to public speaking, when it comes to actually implementing these grades that they actually made on doing the exam or whatever time, they are not able to do it. So what am I trying to say? A student should be defined by their works, not by the marks, for what they can do, but not what they can obtain in the classroom. Because what you get obtain in the classroom is just a number that is being written on a paper to say, oh, this is a transcript. But what you can actually do to prove that you want having that feature that have been placed on the transcript. Yes. So now, and we also talking with my brother was just speaking. You talking about the foundation. If the foundation is being destroyed, and then what will you do? So your identity should come from your foundation. If you have a strong foundation, a very strong background, where in the sense that if you come from a good home, like I usually say, we have house and we have home. There are so many people today that are from houses they are not for home because house the front door and the back door just open anything enter anything come out anytime. Or you come from home, you know say you have your mom and dad, and then everything is well structured. So there are so many people today who comes from a house and then they are just they are a student. When students, I don't think this person comes from a good home. I don't think the person from this school. I can tell you today there are people that then I graduated from the same school. We started in the same class, but if I do
I
that
think
again,
we are having some technical issues. Alfred, are you back?
I'm here. I'm always here.
We are
Okay,
hearing
okay,
Alfred. We are hearing Alfred.
I
okay.
think I think I, that guy having issues. That guy having issues. So as I was saying,
Sorry.
there are people today like we both graduated from the same schools, but if you see so if you compare some of them with us today, you see there are a lot of differences. You feel like, okay, this person graduated from different school, other person I graduated from different school, but we do graduate from the same school. But my training from my home and the training from their home were quite different. So based on my training that I have from home, that's what that's what actually took me and then make me different from them because uh you will see there's a lot of difference in the sense that my training from my home identify me to me, okay, this person is from this home, this person is from this family, this person is from this school, this person is from the institution, this person was being taught. uh, I would just like to share a quick story with you before I can turn it over.
10
There's
seconds. 10
Yeah,
seconds.
10 seconds. No problem, 10 seconds. So the one time I did a presentation, I was actually creating an online voting platform, and then I did the um, I did the whole format, and then I was asked to present it in class, and then post it on LinkedIn and tag my school. So after I did the whole sketch and the presentation, everything, and then presented it, and then while I was presenting, my instructor recorded me. After that, he sent me this video, and then I posted it online. One of my instructors that taught me way back when I was in grade 8, he came in my inbox. He said, "From the day I started to teach you, I always knew that you are a good student, and I'm so proud that I teach you." So you see, that guy is today able to identify himself with me. So these are the things that we are talking about. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much for that. So let's hear our guests for the next 1 minute. We want to talk about student identity, right? We want to hear from you tonight. Why do you need all of this thing, right? Looking at our society today, looking at what is happening around us when people leave from school, they go to job places, they carry on different attitude there, right? People carry their lifestyle is quite different from what they have been taught. Like back home we have our schools are there. Someone we have somebody faith-based school. I always measure faith-based school failure because I graduated from a faith-based school, right? Has to do with the United Methodist School. So the kind of training they give you there, right? That moral training they put in you. Not just academically, but morally they have built you. But yes, still people go out today and then they proved the institution very wrong. They carry on different identity, right? And sometimes the other time we're talking about we are looking at parents and teachers, right? Where you see there are some whom the parents will try their possible best to put all the last training within a child or the children, but yet still when they get out there, they prove them wrong by doing another thing that is not good. You understand it? These are things that are affecting our society today. So, what do you make of identity today, Miss Maron?
Um, Actually, Miles, you are right. Let's say, the kind of training we got from home, we got from our parents, we got from our grade school. It's not like that today because everything everything about us now as students is on the social media. So our identity have been shift from we being ourselves, we living ourselves to living online life, being always learning the new terms, being the way others are on the internet. So sometimes these things you don't blame students. Let look at it. I was properly read, I was trained, everything was okay. But then Here comes social media that I'm always on. I'm seeing everything. I want to change from who I am to becoming social media person. My life, everything I do, everything, because I want to fit in. I don't want to look like I'm left out. So I'll have to shift from all of the training I got from elementary level. Like, for example, I was in a Christian school where you have to dress in a very long, we were using jumper, and you have to dress in a very long jumper that will cover all your leg, and you have to wear something like hair tie. It was Saturday's church. I don't really know. That was their 7 day Adventist church. So I was in that school and everything was like holy and holy. But now, at the time when I was in that school, I didn't have mobile phone. I was always studying and everything. But now, here am I sitting right before my smartphone. I'm doing almost everything, like all of my daily activities on the internet. Ah, few times from now, I will have to shift from who I was to becoming online person. So that's identity. It's kind of bad though. It's kind of bad that students have left who they were and have become social media life person. They are always living on social media now. Our life is always on social media. It's bad. It's not okay. But it's because social media have, taken over us. Everything about us is have
You know,
changed. We are no longer ourselves. And
you know,
let me
you said something right that really caught my attention. You were in a
mm,
school where people used to wear a very long jumper and other things. You know, you came up from that kind of background, right? People know you to be
yeah,
like Maron is somebody who came up from this school, and I believe that Maron was someone who was very respectful, very down to earth, and everything about Maron at that school was very good, right? So Maron, what happened now, right? When people see Maron picture, maybe on the social media, and it looks so different. What comes to the mind of people right there?
yeah. you know let's say a lot of things come to their mind. Let's
And
take
what I say,
because
what I say,
back
what I
then when
say.
I was in that school, I was just kind of, everything was my teacher, my parents, from whom, imagine that school had something as a type of discipline where we have to put our hands, like your finger through the window. You have to put
Well,
your finger and they will flog you from there. But
I
now
want to get
I'm
my
on the
pattern.
internet.
Let me wait
Someone
there.
even told me,
Are you getting me?
the other time and said, Maron, you have changed.
Okay, that's what I'm saying now. You see, so
Yes,
there's what the problem. There's where the problem comes from, right? We're talking about identity today, right? Students' identity. Everybody know Maron to be somebody who used to dress modestly, right? You used to
of
behave a
course.
different way. But you come into India today and people see you, you are posting. So that's why I always tell people, you see, my social media page, I can say that one day and say, I can say that and put anything on my social media page, but you have to be very, very careful because the kind of place you are from, right? Where people know you to be from. So when you try to change the narrative of people, and you know what? They try to classify you with other people the same. So we have to be very careful. Yeah, the kind of life now we live, the kind of lifestyles we carry on. Because if we are not mindful, what happens at the end of the day? We change. So that way when you said that it drafted me too. So today we're talking about students' identity. We expect individual, wherever backgrounds you are from, while going outside there, you must try to present yourself from home, right? Like previously we were talking about the parents and teacher were talking about those things, the training they give to one individual. Like Mara, I know you being a lady, right? From your home, your mother taught you how to cook very well. Your mother taught you how to clean up. These are things they taught you, right? When you were there.
Yes.
You went to school the same, the teacher, some teachers will come in class and then they will give you some advices and other things will tell you a lot of things, right? Now, Marin, you come to India and people expect you, right? The people back home expect you to carry on that same practical thing, right? But now you are deviating from there. So meaning your entire how people take Marin. No, Marin has shifted our entire identity. People doesn't know Marin, the Christian person. Marin used to go to church here. Marin used to attend Bible study. Marin used to take her notes very serious. Marin used to score 8 plus, right? But now Marin come to India, now Marin is sending C back to Liberia. Why because of people there? They take you to be a different individual. That's why we come to a place of talking about your identity, who really you are, right? You know, how people can classify you to be, right? Some of us, uh, when we are at home or to a certain place, we behave different. When we get to another place, we have a different attitude to carry to that place. These are problems we face today. So we want to say thank you so much. Let me hold you down there. Let me take Philip. Philip, let me take you on this.
Sir.
One one meaning.
On our student identity, which I like, and very important that we discussed, but time is not in our favor though. So you see this thing called identity, it simply is who am I? Who am I?
You are
Who
Philip J. Dodo. The
that's
director
my
of program
name.
director of Myers, the program director of Myers TV.
That's
All
my
right,
name.
you
No.
single. You single.
No problem,
Go
Gaza.
ahead. Go ahead, my
Don't
brother.
say that. Don't say that to you, man. Don't say that thing. Don't say that. Don't say
no,
that.
I'm
Don't say that.
no, I'm single. I'm
Don't say
single.
that.
Stop that,
Okay,
bro.
okay. Go
So,
ahead, my brother.
so I found we get 3 single people on the platform.
Those
Okay, so
people, who are those people?
let's get
Let's
Man,
to
take it.
business.
man,
Philip, go ahead.
Oh God, I like it. Okay, so when we talk about identity, that big word, when we talk about identity to our viewers and some of our friends following, it simply means who am I? Like that showed at Jacko Chime, right? Who am I? I know how many of us ever watched that movie. Who am I? So in this life, we are trying, people, right? People are trying to find themselves. People are trying to recognize who they are. People are trying to validate who they are. Now, here is it. Why must a 20-year-old girl, a 20-year-old boy still ask the question, who am I? Why? When your foundation is ever since then, your 10 years, your 12 years, your 11 years, your 13, 14, 15, because at your 18 years old, that's the time people give you the full right to make decision, to make a state decision, who to make your presidential candidate or the whosoever, who to make your representative, your senator, or any other person that should be elected to actually conduct the affairs of your country, to conduct the economy of your country. So at that very age, you have already discovered through the guidance, through the rules of your parents and your school teachers. You have already discovered. But it surprises me when I see a 20-year-old boy or a girl still asking the question, what do I want to become? This brother Emmanuel Couture, I think Couture from Czech Liberia, he did a video of a Liberian woman who came from America and she opened a school all the way there in Zozo district, Lofa County. So in that video, I saw the kids asking, he asked the kids, who do you want to become when you grow up? Imagine literally 5 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old children saying, when I grow up, I want to become a medical doctor. I want to become a computer scientist. Imagine at that age. How about you, 20 years old? What were you doing? Were you not taking corrections? Were you not accepting rebukes? Were you not going according to rules and regulations from your parents and the school? Were you not? Were you not studying? Were you not discovering your own strength? Didn't you do your SWOT analysis? I think we all know what SWOT analysis is. That is the SWOT. Your strength, your weakness, the opportunities, and the strength, the trends that are available these days. Didn't you do the SWOT analysis? Okay, if you did not do or you are not aware about that, I encourage you now to do your SWOT analysis. That is the SWOT. Your strength, your weakness, the opportunities that your strength can give you and your weaknesses can deny you, and what are the trends in your strength. Get to discover those things, and then you can find yourself. So let me go further down and then give you the time, Myers. So our identity actually shapes us. Like the songwriter says, I know who I am, Sinach. I walk in power, I walk in freedom, I walk in miracle. So if you know you are from the Christian background, these are your identity: faith, long suffering, love, contentment, satisfaction, resilience, commitment, punctuality, obedience. These are your identity as Christians, a follower of Jesus Christ. So we have to come to a place to tell our kids, our mom, our dad, uncle, auntie, the teachers, the principals, any other person, it could be a mentor, need to come to a place and tell the children and teach them to discover their strength, to discover their weakness, and what are those things they see, or who are those people they have seen that they can call their mentor, their idol, their role model. Who are those people, and what kind of things they see those people do that is so like those people? You know, someone will come on the internet and say, this man is my mentor, that woman is my mentor. We agreed, you can use the word mentor, but what is it that person is doing that you think is yielding good, that you think is bringing good output, you want to follow? If you can clearly recognize that, if you can clearly discover that and try to work in the path of that person, then that becomes your identity. But many people still struggle with the questions, who am I? So who you are today will actually tell people where you're from yesterday. So our children need to hear this. Our children need to hear this, that they should now start to discover their strength. We listen to this story. I don't know if it is a myth also, but I believe it is a real thing. So where the American man, a typical American man or a typical European were born a child, and then the people say you will start to see the man or the woman will start to observe his child or children, you know, the things they do. You know, what they do is that they put in front of the kids telephones, other play toys, football, basketball, a gun, you know, different things they put before the kids, before the children. And every morning they take that child or they take those children and put them in that room and see where or to what direction that child is taking, and what is that tour that child is going to, and what is it that child picks up, and how that child show his love or her love for that particular item. So they monitor the child 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, consecutive 3 months. Then they know that child belongs to that area. If that child continuously go for the aeroplane or the airplane, you know, the plate of the airplane, if that child goes every morning to that airplane and takes the airplane, they now start to teach their children, this is your identity. So our parents, our African parents, especially our Liberian parents, should come to that place of helping the kids. It's not only you providing, it's not our parents only going to work, going to the market to sell, going to other places. Yes, we appreciate you. God, thank you. We thank God for that. We thank God for that. We thank you so much for that. But you should come to a place to help the child knows where they belong and who they are. And who they are by providing them guidance. It's not about providing the food, the clothes, you know, the medication. No. Have that 10 minutes of conversation with them. Have that 15 minutes of conversation with them. Have that 1 hour of conversation with them, that weekend with them. Spend with them. Ask them the hard question. Have a conversation with them. Get to know what's happening in there. So when a child recognizes his identity, you know what happened? It comes along with trust and responsibility. They cannot become responsible. They put themselves in a position that they need not deviate. They need not go away from who they already are. People will not come and manipulate them. People will not come and give them different identity. Here is a Myers. I'm from the computer science and engineering field. There will be no day that you Myers will tell me, bro, come do hemoanatomy. No day. I know my strength. Yeah.
No, Mama, you have to do some. You have to do some work for me when it comes to anatomy and physiology.
Then what happens is that you know what happened? You know what happens is that I'm going to use who I am to help who you are.
Sure.
You get the logic. I'm going to use who I am. I'm already am to help who you are, but not to leave who I am, not to erase my identity.
Mars, some people are saying that they are actually placing your call, but you are not picking up.
Yeah, no. So, Philip, I think we're gonna hold you for a few minutes, then take the call from our audience. Philip, yeah, let's just give you at least 5 seconds, please, and then we'll take the call from our audience, and then let me say sorry, our viewers, and then we'll try to get back to that. Secondly, somebody is asking, Philip, are you from Liberia? Yes, indeed. Philip from Liberia. He's a proud Liberian man. I think he's from Grand Pass or something like that. Yeah, check it out.
No, okay. No, I'm not from Grand Bassa, but I love Grand Bassa.
Okay, Philip. So let's take the call, please. Let's take the call, and then we'll get back to you, Philip. Okay. Good. Let me say good evening and welcome to the Myers TV.
Evening, Myers. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir.
Yes, okay, Myers. Thank you for having me live. I'm Alan.
Are we getting our guest?
Yes, I hear you.
He's coming
yeah. Go ahead, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. I say I'm Alan Yelu, and definitely I'm calling from India.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's hear your own take when it comes to the topic tonight. What do you like to share with us, sir? Are you there? I don't know. You can call back. I don't know why. I think the network issue. You can call back. We'll get to that. Okay, Philip. So let's take it. Somebody was asking, "What are you from Liberia?" Yes, Philip from Liberia. He's a Liberian. I think he's from Grand Bass. Yeah, check it out, smart. But he said no. So Philip, let's take.
I'm from the 15 counties, not on the Grand Bassa.
Okay, Philip.
That's impressive.
Alfred, let me hold you there. Alfred, Philip, let me just give you 10 at least. Okay, somebody's on the line again. Let's take them and see. Good evening, sir, and welcome tonight to the Myers TV. Can you share your view with us tonight? Oh, tonight. Our caller is facing serious network problem. Yeah, Philip, let's take at least 5 or 6 seconds, and then we can try to call it, get to our closing statement, and then we call it a day.
Okay.
Let's hear from you,
So
Philip.
just 5 seconds. With respect to time, 5 seconds. I want our viewers to know, and our parents also to know, that our identity is always shaped by words. So many a times we see our parents, some parents will be using negative words. You roach, you cockroach, you laser, you peak, you manigo jump, you pet drumstick. No, these are bad words. If you use those words on the kids, what happens is that it grows within them over time. It grows within them, and they start to react to what you have said, you have spoken to them. So our identity is actually shaped by our words. So let's use negative words. And again, with words, let's have a serious conversation with our kids. Not only using those words negatively, but let's use words to involve ourselves or engage ourselves into a real life conversation with our kids, and so that we can help them discover who they are, but not what we want them to become. You understand? And again, your action, it speaks. The people say action speaks louder than words. Although we use the words to engage into conversations, yep, it's good. Words of affirmation is good. Words of positivity is good. But let's, apply effort, the action to back those words up. Every time, spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour every time and put the child on the right path. Do that action, perform that action. And again, to our teachers, to our parents, and the community leaders or whoever, senior persons, be a role model. Always be a role model. If you say this, people are looking up to you. People are looking up to you. So whatever you say to them, try to practice it. We know men might fall, but the Bible says in your falling, rise again. You know what you're teaching that person is resilience. But in your falling, let it not be very open. Though we might be open, we can be open to people, but let's do those positive things to have a positive and to have a very good society. So our identity is shaped by our words we say daily, the actions we perform. And again, let's be a role model. So thank you, CEO.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all of our viewers for tonight. Tonight is a wonderful conversation. Wherever you are joining us from, we say welcome to the Maris TV Education for Life show. Tonight we are talking about technology, peer pressure, and student identity. And we have gone in depth of learning a lot of things tonight. And we want to encourage you to always follow the Maris TV on Facebook and then that of YouTube. We are there live right now. So before we call it a day tonight, we will give our guest at least just 30 seconds to hear her parting statement before we go to our panelists, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay. Are you guys getting me?
Of course,
Yes,
we are
ma'am.
hearing you.
We have talked about technology and we have discussed it and we have talked about peer pressure and the identity of students. And what I want to say is that though technology is important, it's okay for our learning, it's beneficiary for us, but then students should have a limit. All of these things that we have said, how it will embarrass or how it will make us, we lost focus of what we who we are or what
Okay,
we
let
want
me
to
let me hold you
become.
there. Let me hold our guest that 1 minute and take this caller. Let me take the
Okay.
caller quickly and then we'll get back to you. Okay, welcome, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Miles. How are you?
We are doing good, sir. We are listening to you. The world are listening to you right now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for my internet condition first, but I say Alan Yelu, I'm calling from India.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yeah, thank you, sir. You can make your point right now. We are listening to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to appreciate every one of you that is on the show. More especially to my sister Mira, she made a very brilliant point. That was sitting afraid of what was on the show. But you see, when it comes to identity, one of the things that mostly Africans get wrong is that the only way we can identify individual identity, or the only way someone can identify his or her identity is observe what is happening around you. You see, community plays 90% of how individual or a person lives. That's why we always use the parable that says, "Show me your friends, I will tell you who you are."
Sure.
So I personally believe that the easier way to identify a person is to just look around that person and see who he or she associates. Myers, let me just give you a particular example. Once you enter into a community, I normally say this thing, once young person enter into any community, don't ask that person who you are, what you like. Just take the 1 week, 2 weeks, and just look at that person. That person is going to show to you who he is before you ask him. So if that person is someone who loves church, you will see he start to look for where they have church in that community. If that person is someone who loves smoking, he start to look for where they have ghettos in our community. If that person is someone who loves music, he start to go to where they have music. If that person is someone who likes food, so the easy way to identify an individual or for someone to identify himself is to just look for or look at people around you. Once you identify who is around you, just look at the people around you attitude. You want to know who you are. There is no way to look for your activity. The easiest way to know who I am, what I want, how can I achieve it, is strictly effective by people around me. So that's just a quick point I want to make. But thank you for the show tonight, the artist, and we are here and making our point. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for making that certain point, and we take that into take that in tonight, and we say thank you for calling, and hope to have you again. That's Mr. Allen Yelu. You always been with us, you know. This guy is coming soon. You will see him very soon. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's take our guest. You were saying something. Let's get your point in the next 10 seconds.
Yes, as I was saying, we have discussed on all of these points, like identity to peer pressure to technology, and then that which of course all of our points are important and they make sense. But let's look at it. We cannot shift students from these things. We cannot tell students, oh, social media is not good for you, or the internet is not good for you, or do not hold your smartphone. No. Our meaning here is that we should tell students how they ought to use them. They should limit it. The way they use them should be in a way that will help them improve, rather than, draw them back from their actual identity, from who they want to become or who they are already. We should tell them that there should be a time limit that you should use these things, and you should actually go on the internet because you want it to benefit you, not because others are doing it and you want to do it. There are too many positive things to learn to add to your identity. There are too many good things on the internet that you can learn, that you can practice, that you can put into place, so that it will not distract you from your identity, but rather add you up, make you a better version of yourself. You will have to improve yourself in certain way, rather than using it to shift you. Okay, let's look at this. If I'm a good girl and I'm always on the internet and I'm looking for positive things that will build me, that will motivate other young girls, nowadays this issue of internet is actually affecting young girls. I'm a lady, I don't know for other people, but it's actually affecting young girls the negative way. So if we come to a conclusion on this topic, we must be talking about how we can maximize this thing of internet and how we can use it properly, so that it will not just shift our identity to the negative side, but to the positive side. It's good to use it, but you should limit how you use it. You should have a reason of using it. You should have a mindset that I'm going to do this, and then
Thank you.
you will have a positive result actually.
Thank you so much for that. Because of time, we'd like to hold you there. Philip, let me just hear you for 30 seconds, Philip, and then I'll take Afra, and then we'll call it a day.
Thank you, sir. So right up 30 seconds, I would like to tell us that our character development is very important to everyone, from a child to teen to adult, young adult. Our character development is very important, because when your characters are developed well, no one is going to come and manipulate you negatively to do something otherwise. So please stay grounded, please stay focused and determined and what you have been built into to become. Stay right in there. Nobody's going to come and just tell you anything and then you just be like the diet of a peanut. Don't do so. Don't be like a diet of a peanut. Once you are kind of smashed away from the peanut itself, you just skitter around about in the street. Don't do so. Be grounded, be disciplined, be focused. Don't be shaken. That's one. And two, the technology aspect. Technology is here to stay forever. It's not going anywhere. We are not going to put it in our pockets. We're not going to consume it, with some fire or so. No, ain't going anywhere. Technology is here to stay forever, to help us, not to destroy us. Why many are being affected negatively is because of the poor guardians, is because of the poor rules and restrictions. So when the rules and restrictions or guidance are limited, at the end you see negative things happening all around. Let me speak to the cybersecurity aspect and then I call it a day. You know, now, why do we have so many kinds of hackers? We have the red hat hackers, the blue hat, we have the white hat, we have the gray hat, and SYZ. I'm sorry, some people might not understand, but let me categorize them into two hackers. So we have the ethical hacker, we have the unethical hackers. So ethical hackers are good hackers. Why are they good hackers? Because before they hack your system, before they hack your mobile or anything, they seek your permission. They seek your permission before hacking your system. So once you grant them the permission, we consider them as a ethical hacker. They see the vulnerability of your system, how weak your system is, and then they will document everything and submit to you. They tell you, Miles, your system, lacks this thing. It doesn't have, strong security protocol XYZ. So we recommend that you improve or enhance the security aspect of your platform. Those are good people. You know why they are ethical hackers? Because they are being taught with guidance and strict rules. Not limited rules, not limited guidance. How about the unethical hackers? These are people who don't care. That's why in India, they don't teach you, cybersecurity online just like that. No, it doesn't happen. You have to go to an institution that is, recognized and given the lessons, the accreditation to teach you. And you just don't sit in a people class and they don't vet you. They don't give you an aptitude test. You write the aptitude test because they want to know the kind of individual you are, the moral you have, the values you have, so they can be able to prepare your curriculum or customize your curriculum or personalize it. So those unethical hackers we have, using phishing method to hack our pages, send you an image, the moment you click on the image, boom, they hack you. Send you a video, the moment you click on the video, boom, they hack you. These are bad people. These are bad people using technology negatively, but not positively. At the end, they get you into financial loss. They get you into, they drain you emotionally. So please, people, our parents in the school, we are not saying that you should take away technology. No, because it's here to stay and forever. From artificial intelligence, we are going to super intelligence. So the computer is going to behave exactly like the human. The way we are creating image or visuals with AI and we're seeing some errors, there is coming a time that everything is going to be done 100%. And for your information, in coming years, in the IoT term, there will be over 7 million of information on the internet. And not 7 million, but 7 billion of interconnected devices. 7 billion. Imagine. What happened? What comes to your mind? Do the research. Do the research. That is part of my research I'm doing now. About 7 billion, 7 to 8 billion of interconnected devices. So the internet is going to Internet 3.0. That's the internet stage, the industry. Now we are in the fourth industry. We are going to the fourth industry, though. So technology is here to stay. If I'm not wrong, these are numbers we are hitting. These are numbers we are hitting when it comes to technology. So it's here to stay. In our schools, our parents, our teachers, our mentors should be able to teach us and give us the guidance, the restrictions, and the rules to go about.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Alfred, let's hear from you the next 30 seconds. Let's hear from you because of time.
Okay, thank you so much, Thank you so much, Myron. So to our followers who follow us tonight, we say thank you for our guest, Miss Myron. We say thank you for joining us tonight. That was a great presentation from you. We say thank you for giving back to our followers, and we hope to
Alfred, you
see
are
you.
very low, sir. I don't know. It's that is from my end.
Myron, are you getting me?
Now we are getting very clear. Yeah, speak, speak. Go ahead. You have just 10 seconds.
So we would like to say thanks to everyone, thanks to our followers, thanks to our guests tonight. We have a blessed night, and we hope to see you tomorrow for our latest talk. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all of our viewers. We say thank you for joining us tonight. You can go and follow our page on Facebook and YouTube. We are there right now on live. We want to say a very big thank you to our guest tonight, Miss Maron. Thank you for your insight tonight. Thanks to all of our panelists for joining us tonight. Tomorrow is going to be super heavy. Tomorrow we are expecting no other person but Mr. Mason is going to be here with us. Mumbo Mason is going to be our guest for tomorrow, and we have a very interesting topic. See you all tomorrow, the same time, 10:30. We are going to be gathering for another discussion again. Mind you, the Marriage TV is here to elevate us, our academic life, those things that we are lacking, our social life, those things that we need to know. Our moral life is just to build us. We are also here to build ourselves when it comes to religious things. So tomorrow is going to be a wonderful talk with Mr. Mumbo Mason is going to be our guest. Thank you all, and we hope to see you again. Do have yourself a blessed night, and God bless every one of us.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.